All right, now we're going to talk about graphing lines. All right, so there's different kinds, well, they're all linear lines, but just like my name is Kelly Lewis, I could go by Biz Lewis, I could go by Professor Lewis, I can go by Kelly, I can go by different names and still mean the same thing. And so there are different ways to represent a line, or which is also a function. Okay, we really don't do point slope form, but I want you to know it exists. Okay, the main ones that we do are these other guys. Okay, slope intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. Standard form, which is ax plus by equals c. A vertical line, which is where x equals a number. A horizontal line, which is y equals a number. All right, and so these are the steps if we want to graph the different kinds of lines. And I think, yeah, okay. We're going to focus on slope intercept first. So the very, very first thing we're going to do is we're going to graph the y-intercept. Then from the y-intercept, we're going to use the slope. We will go up if the slope is positive or down if it's negative, and then we will always go right. And then we'll do 3 or 4 points and we'll connect them. Okay. After we do slope intercept form, I'm going to show you how to do standard form. And then after standard form, then we'll do the 2 special vertical and horizontal. All right, so first, before we get into actually graphing it, I want us to practice just stating what the slope and y-intercept of a line is. So the basic form is y equals mx plus b. Okay, the b is the y-intercept. I'm just going to write y dash int, and the m is the slope. All right, so the number touching x is the slope. So on this guy, it's 2/3. And then the y-intercept is 4, but we need to write it as an ordered pair. And the y-intercept is when x is 0. All right, so let's do the next guy. Okay, here, the slope, the number touching x is -4. And then the y-intercept is going to be 0, 6. Okay, let's do our next guy. So here, the slope is the number touching x, so it's -1. And then there's nothing over here. It's like a +0. So we could rewrite this guy as y equals -x plus 0. All right, so our y-intercept is 0, 0. And then our last one, there is no x, so there is no slope. So I don't want you to write 0 for no slope. I want you to write the words there, no slope. 0 is a number. Okay, I mean, the slope is 0 because 0 times x is 0. Okay, that's fine. You could write that. Okay, so you could write no slope, or you could write m equals 0. All right, and then our y-intercept is 0, 9. I typed it out because I was kind of squished for space because I write so big. All right, so the slope is the number touching x. The y-intercept is the number, the constant all by itself. All right, and once we identify those things, we could graph it. Oh, excuse me. All right, so here we are. Let's do our slope and our y-intercept. So the slope is the number touching x, so it's going to be 3. And then our y-intercept is the number all by itself, so it's 2. So the very, very first thing is we put a dot right there, so 0, 2. And then from that spot, we need to make that a fraction, so that's 3/1. So from that spot, we're going to go up 3, and we went up 3 because he's positive, and then we always go right. So right there, and then we go up 3, right 1, up 3, right 1, and then we connect the dots, right? And that's all there is to it, to graphing a line. Okay, let's do another one just like it. Okay, so here we are. We need to find the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope is the number touching x, so -3/4. And the y-intercept is the number all by itself. So it'll be 0, -3. So we always start with a y-intercept, so -3. And then from that spot, we do the slope. So we're going to go down 3, right 4. All right, so from that spot, we're going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and then right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, computer. All right, and you see my little dots? It's kind of like stair steps. Okay, pretend it's a straight line. All right, so there's our line. Let's do some more. Okay, here, slope, y-intercept. The m is the slope, the b is the y-intercept. So the slope is the number touching x, and the number touching x is 1/3. The y-intercept is the number all by itself, and there's nothing there, so it's 0. So it starts right here at the origin at 0, 0. And then here we need to go up 1, and then we'll go right 3. So go up 1, right 3. Up 1, right 3. Goodness, my computer. 3. Okay, and then we will connect them. This one's not as steep. Now let's do another. All right, here, remember this is the same. Remember if it says f of x or g of x or h of x or whatever, that's the same as saying like y equals. All right, so m, b. Okay, there's no x. This guy is the same as saying y equals 0, x plus 4. Because 0 times anything, it just goes away. So m is 0, and then the y-intercept is 4. Ordered pair, ordered pair. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we don't go left or right or anything. Okay, and so y equals a number is going to be a horizontal line. All right, and so we're going to go more into horizontal, vertical lines the next video. I just wanted to practice that a little. Y equals a number is a horizontal line. And when x equals a number, that's flip-flopped, it's going to be a vertical line, just so you know. All right, a few notes. All right, now we're going to do standard form. So we're going to find the x-intercept, we're going to find the y-intercept, and then connect the two dots. Okay, the standard form is when it's a number touching x plus a number touching y equals c, or a number touching x plus a number touching y plus c equals 0. All right, so here, if we want to find the x-intercept, anytime we have an intercept, x-intercept or y-intercept, okay, we always write an ordered pair. Okay, and so if I want the x-intercept, I'm going to plug in 0 for the y, and so when I do that, I get 3x equals -12. It goes away. All right, and then I'm going to divide by 3, so I get x equals -4. So I get -4, 0. Then I need to do the y-intercept. So when I do the y-intercept, I plug in 0 for x. I get -4y equals -12. And then I'm going to divide by 4, so I get y equals -12 divided by -4 is 3. So I get 3, 0. It just happened that these guys were flip-flopped. Okay? Now let's do this other one. The x-intercept and the y-intercept. All right, but I need this 2x minus 3y minus equals -9. I need the c, the constant, to be all on the other side. All right, so if I want the x-intercept of this guy, I'm going to plug in 0 for y, and so I'll get 2x equals -9. And so divided by, I'll get -9 over 2. That's, I don't know, 4.5 or something. And then for the y-intercept, I plug in 0 for x, and so I get -2. So I get x equals negative 9 over 2. And so here I would get negative 9. I plug in 0 for x. And then I divide by negative 3. So negative 9 divided by negative 3 is 3. All right, so I get that. Over here I made an error. There should be 0, comma 3. Right? Math is not about being perfect. Nothing in life is. It is about not giving up. Sorry for the error. All right, so let's graph these guys. All right, so I want the x-intercept and the y-intercept. All right, so for the x-intercept, I would do 3x equals 15, divide by 3 on both sides, and that 15 divided by 3 is 5. So I get 5 comma 0. I think that's 5. All right, then for the y-intercept, I get 5y equals 15. So I'm going to divide by 5. So I get 0 comma 3. This is 15 divided by 5 is 3. And that's here. And then I connect the dots. La da di da. That's it. Let's do another one. Okay, so here we are. We want the x-intercept, the y-intercept. All right, so for x-intercept, I'm going to do 4x equals negative 24 because I plugged in a 0 for y and it disappeared. And so negative 24 divided by 4 is negative 6. So I'm going to do negative 6 comma 0. So negative 6. So that's negative 6 right there. And then y-intercept is going to be negative 6y equals negative 24 because you plugged in a 0 for x. And so negative 24 divided by negative 6 is 4. So it's going to be 0 comma 4. And that's 4. And then you connect the dots. Don't forget the arrows because that means that line goes infinitely in either direction. I'm going to stop the video, and on the next video I'll do horizontal and vertical lines.